Alright, hi everyone, Davis here, and today we are back to drawing the illustration of ours. Of course, we are going to turn on some music. Let me first of all send out the things. Let's see, we're so back with our illustration. So, it's Friday today. um Basically I've managed to do a lot for myself and basically rest. Most importantly, I was today mostly resting. I wasn't really doing much, didn't work on many projects as I usually do, and it's healthy. I can assure you that if you are going to like sit down and like properly, get yourself to rest, it's like guaranteed you're going to feel way better. I think over time we're going to start working a little bit more on things. Basically, I feel like I've been kind of getting a monotone over a couple things, and basically, I was just going around with I was just going around with a couple things that I felt like how to say this. Yeah. Basically, I just have a feeling, a hunch that basically the drawings I've been like so far, doing. I've been working only on one like illustration and stuff. Limiting myself a lot. It's rough out there. But yeah, we're back, and this is where we are so far. You can see that we are now operating on the line works and the flats, and basically the only line art that we have to still do is the background, and we have to flat color inner and flat color background. My goal today is to have everything flat colored, and we'll see where that will go. I have some kind of contingency plan if I'm going to finish the plan. I doubt I will, but who knows? We'll see. I might actually finish that relatively quickly, but I feel like I'm going to do some sketching if I'm going to finish it instead of like diving into the whole thing. So, without any further ado, let's hide all of the girls that are not the girl that we are going to color. And let's get her in here, right? Okay, so folks, how are you feeling this fine Saturday? Tell me. Saturday, this fine Friday. Yeah, I've spent some time trying to print out a toothpick dispenser. I've messed up. 3 parts are slightly too short. Yeah. No idea why. How did that even happen? Not even a single idea, but whatever. Yeah. I guess we can just go like that over it. Yeah. And when it comes to the sketching, I've took some ideas. So basically, I really like the way how Renatuna is doing his like characters from objects. So I think we could, or just generally things. I think I could, just work out this kind of thing. Maybe get things, around properly instead of like whatever. But yeah. I really want want to turn my line work to be thinner. I think that as of now, the way it is, it's like, it's okay, it's cool, right? But I feel that like it's not my style. It feels very cartoonish when I'm using thicker line art, you know? It's very cartoonish when I'm doing this. And like, it's alright, because it's anime that we are drawing, right? The style that we are drawing in, it's anime, but I feel like that's the thing, you know, that's the problem. I think I talked about it yesterday, but I'm just genuinely like coming from realism, right? And basically I was painting. I wasn't really doing any like line art or anything like that. Most of the time I was just, you know, making a sketch and painting over it, like what I've done on one of my older sketches. Let me show you just real quick. The older sketches, not like older sketch because it's newer, but I was just, you know, making a line art, and then I was reusing that line art and just making like round shapes and such. So yeah, I like it, and I really miss, sometimes I really miss the flats, but I do feel like I should have been able to do better, you know, when it comes to my anime style. So yeah, so we are drawing, you know, like this, but she's not like naked or anything like that. She's just in a weird position because her dress would go like this. I guess I can paint it in, to be fair. Also, I'm expecting that we might be able to finish it relatively quickly because she's kind of monotone when it comes to the colors. That's really good. Not monotone, monochrome, sorry. She's relatively monochrome, and I think it's going to be much easier because we can just reuse many colors at the same time. So yeah, slowly but surely, eh? I have to say, like, thanks to the like many tricks that I've learned over time, I have to say that I'm actually slightly better off. You know, when it comes to like time that I'm spending on some things. But I feel like I do need to like spend a little bit more time on my artworks more often. Like, I've made like really cool backgrounds, and I've got some more ideas. We'll see actually where that will take me. I'm not sure though how far I'll be able to go with what my idea is, but yeah. And I still feel like, you know, it's a bit of a cheating or just a little bit of like, it's not like I have bad blood with it, but I feel like constantly drawing Hololive characters is very like bad for me because I'm getting used to the Hololive characters and not like genuinely getting into drawing. As a matter of fact, I could like, I don't know, try to draw some artworks and then use them as the, you know, artworks that would fit illustration like to my comic book and just reuse them into the freaking how do you call it, freaking cover art. So that would work really well. No idea why I didn't thought about it yet, but we're getting somewhere. Who knows, we'll see. I also figured out that throwing like what $99 on a boards program is a little bit excessive for my budget, and I've started like trying to figure out how I can make one myself. So who knows? We'll see where that will take me. Doubt I'll manage, but I think I've seen people like having possibility for that to like. I think I've seen that it might be possible with whatever, you know, I'm doing in general. I mean the yeah. Totally. I totally forgot. With HTML and JS, and like I have to say, like web browser applications, I'm relatively good with them. Who knows? Maybe I read a little bit and I might manage. Who knows? If not, then I'm going to like check what out. Yeah. So I'm just, you know, I'm chilling. I'm feeling good. You know?
Yes. Something like
I yeah. I think my white tone is quite specific for my like for my illustration, so I'm going to keep it. That's the thing, you know, the color palette is very like very necessary in understanding whatever you want to draw, and like for you as an artist, you know what I mean? So yeah. Okay. I think it works for now. Now we are going to take this. That's a nice purple. That's a really nice purple. So I've noticed that I'm feeling way better when I'm like allowing myself not to like detail everything from the get-go, but like give it all like one specific color and just color over it, and then like come back to some other elements, if that makes sense. I've colored her back by an accident, so let's take care of that. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out a couple things. I guess this is the leg. Wait. All right. Yeah, I think that's that. Alright. Yeah, I totally forgot to add some more lines here when it was needed. I don't think that's actually correct. You know? I think this is actually correct. So why would she have it like that? Oh wait, this actually goes like super high here. Maybe around her skirt levels, like here. Oh, I still don't understand this selection here, but whatever. Hell yeah. Let's do layout. And she's got apparently, yeah. Gloves that she has. Alright, now we need to take this. I have to say that orange really like fits her design. It really complements the purples. Because like purples, especially as dark as those, really need like something complementary that would really like bump up the attention to the design, because when you're making very dark character, it's like messing you up, you know what I mean? It's like really messing you up. I think I'm going to like clear out her like this, maybe? Oh wait, I know what I did there. Those supposed to be her hairs. See, that's why it's good to make things clear for yourself when you're drawing. You never know. Especially when you're drawing something for a prolonged period of time and you're focusing on one area, you just start to forget what were your intentions. You have to be clear with yourself too. That's something like one of the hidden abilities. Okay. I have to say there are like a bunch of things here that in this illustration alone, there's like a bunch of things that I don't think we ever done when it comes to the techniques, basically. So it's like, it's making things slightly different. And to be fair, we're like what 25 minutes and we've already finished drawing her, I assume. This area is still like weird for me. You know? Whoa, weird voice crack. This area is just weird for me and I can't really keep up with what I've had on my mind to make it look like this. Because there's like a bunch of elements where we don't really have any like, you know, coloring or anything like this. So it would go like this, basically. And it feels like it's too short because it's supposed to end here. But there are no lines here. Okay, you know what? I think I have to redo the I think this is it. I have to redo the line work here. Because it literally makes zero sense. I have no idea what I was on when I was making it. So I need to make the line going like this. I don't know why they... my neighbor's dogs are going off. That's bizarre. Okay. And we're just going to color it this way. In full. Just like this. Because there's literally zero other, you know. Everything else doesn't really make any sense. Yes, we could also make like this. Just to make sure. Yeah. Because yeah, nothing else like makes sense. I think I went really generous for her, but whatever. Let's give it to her. But I don't think I'm going to animate this one. We're going somewhere with it, but I think I'm not going to animate this one. I feel like I need a little bit more experience with animating stuff, and I think I would go for to finish up the model, which I assume we could work on this in this weekend. We'll see though. I'm almost done with the commission, so that's good. But I have to say, like, this is the weirdest thing. Like, I wasn't really having that many commissions. And just at some point I've got like crap load of them. And I've got buried. Some even are waiting since January, and we're already in May. People are waiting 5 months to finish one commission. But like, I guess it's kind of on their side because, like, I mean, I'm not going to blame them for my like incompetence and not doing the commissions, but what I mean is that they ordered sequences, and that's like several artworks in a row. You know, it's like ordering a comic book. It's like, so basically they've ordered several like works as a one commission, and basically those works are just like kind of progressive storytelling. So basically it takes so long because I have to work on all of them, and I'm almost done because I'm genuinely like almost done with the entire sequence. And some of those, like some of the clients like ordered even like 5 different pieces, so you can imagine how long we are working on this one, and you can imagine like how little time I've had, and basically like you know, how long I've been working. That does actually take out a lot of time from you. Okay, I think we're done. Yeah, we are done. Okay. We've finished coloring Ina. I've took out a couple things, like for example, I've took out her choker, I guess you can say. I guess you can call it a choker. But now that means we've got almost all of the girls here. So for example, Ina is going to have her hand like caressing Calli's face, right? Gigi of course is going to look her shoes. Chiara is like, you know, just laying behind. And we are just going to have the room here. Sorry, I have no idea, but like, yeah, it's weird. Okay. Although I think I'm going to make it slightly different because I've not also noticed that Trino does it. So I won't feel like I won't feel like guilty of doing this. Because like what I've learned is over time it's better if you use tools that for the advantage that digital art is giving you. What's the point of being digital artist if you're not using the tools for digital art? Like, come on. So that's the thing. All right. It's so much easier to do it. And the lines, we can, you know, keep lines straight at least. And I have to say, like, just keeping all of that, you know, in a way to just be able to, how do you say it? Just keeping the using the 3D was really cool. But I want to really get back to working in mangaka. Mangaka was really comfortable. But the thing is, I need to pre-made the pre-made the rooms for it. And basically mangaka is also using 3D objects, but it puts on them an effect for like manga effect, you know? So like sure, I've got the entire thing, but it's kind of like, you know, a bit meh, because there are still like 3D objects, but it's going to be a bit more difficult to actually operate with everything, because like when I have only like 3D cubes, it's a bit more easier to make edits. Without those, it's like nearly impossible for me to even, you know, like consider things. Because I'm going to follow whatever the design is for like couch and stuff. And sure, I can make my own things for it. Don't take me wrong, it's just, yeah. And there are just only a couple things that we need to make on our own, so no worries. Also, see, like, making those lines felt daunting, and I was expecting that I'm going to spend just on the line art for it, like, entire stream. But we've finished most of it in, like, a minute or two. That's why using the, like, you know, accessible tools is really good for you when you're digital. Same for traditional. As a traditional, you don't have that many tools, but there are tools that are genuinely helping you. Like ruler, for example. What makes you not really use a ruler Like, I've seen someone like, oh, artists don't use rulers, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, use the ruler if you want to do a straight line. Like, what's the problem with it? It's just a tool. It's like people are trying to make it difficult for themselves. And they're like peer pressuring peer pressuring other artists. Or starting artists not to use certain tools available, even though it will like really help them out with whatever they are like, struggling with when it comes to like very specific thing to draw. Like, for example, furniture, or planning out the, horizon lines and stuff. But I am actually wondering regarding the mangaka, how it would look like if I like complete everything. I guess I could, because today I'm going to be done probably with most of the commissions. I'm thinking that I'll be done with sketches of the new 2 that I've got this week, and I'll be done with flats. And I just need to shade them, so we'll see how far I'll be able to, at what time I'll be done with all of the works there, and where we can go with it. And I just try to shade as much as possible to have less work on, tomorrow and on Sunday, because probably this week might be the week. I know I'm saying that for the past like month or two. That I'm going to finish them, but it's always like appearing to be daunting because I'm always forgetting that people are getting the sequences. But this time I know I've calculated everything, I've got confirmations, and I'm just going to go with the and I finally also got responses from the clients, because I'm not going to move on with with the work if the client is not going to give me the green light, because like I'm doing couple stages just so people would be able to tell me like whatever the heck is going on, right? So like, considering like all things considered, if I'm going to show the client like the entire process, right? So like a sketch, a flat colored and shaded version. This way client is of course not going to tell me like, hey, it's not necessarily what I wanted, because they literally had such a long time on working on the things. And sure, I've met with people like still wanting to do changes after like the piece was done, and like sure, I was like assessing how much it would take me to redo it, and if I'd had to like redo the entire thing, that's, yeah. I've had one guy that thought that he's going to be clever with me. He genuinely like, he green-lit the sketch, then the flats, then the shade, but he then says like, oh, but I don't really like it. And I'm like asking him why, what's up, why you don't like it, and he told me, he had the audacity to tell me like, yeah, the other pose seems better for me. And I'm like, brother, why you didn't tell me that before I finished the entire like artwork? Now I won't be able to like change it, because like I'm not going to roll back the entire thing, especially after I've sent him, the thing. And he was like, oh, I just needed to see it, and I'm, being done to make up my mind. Nah, it's not how it's working. I was like, it's not how it's working. So yeah. for that, I think because I can get like a marker, yeah. There's actually like a marker thing. I guess this. Like melee pen or felt pen? I think felt pen. Was no. It had to be flat marker, not market. What am I saying? For some reason I'm missing this, like, wait, maybe I'm going to use the design pen and write it this way. So we're going to have a background like this, and then yeah, that's going to look way better this way. Because it has some gritty texture. Flower, I don't know. Yeah, that works. Also, if someone was wondering why I did this, it's like a whiteboard here. It's like a whiteboard. So yeah. I guess I could like do something here with it. Of course, I think I'm going to reuse some of the albums of some HoloMems. But I'm going to feel really bad doing that because, like, you know, it's someone's work, but it's for the sake of illustration. So it's like, I don't know, I've seen a lot of artists like just not caring, but I feel kind of bad with it, mostly because I'm actually like struggling a little bit with the like, I don't know, it's just using someone's artworks. You know what I'm saying? It's like using someone's artwork. So, and like, I can't really, you know, I'm not going to feel good reusing someone's artworks, mostly because it's just, I don't know. I wouldn't want anyone to like redo my works. So why would it be alright towards the artists who drew the album covers for them? But on the other hand, you know, it's just the album covers because it's like their song, so it's kind of like reusing Hololive's resources. I don't know. It's like a weird, you know, thing going on. I've seen it on many occasions, not only me having troubles with it, and you know, especially if it's like original artists having the problem with it. I 100% understand that, but I don't know. I guess if I would credit them, it would be slightly better. I just go into the comment section maybe and just credit the original artist for it in there. I'm thinking of like bass, Snake Eyes cover artwork. Sorry, cover. Original song cover work. It's like, you know, just, I don't know. Also, it's so hot today. Like, compared to yesterday, it's like way down hotter. Alright. We've got this, and I'm going to layer the colors, but later on I'm going to just, you know, make them on top of another. I guess I'm just going to do this and add like a fuzzy texture to it, but like, yeah. Also, it's going to be covered by them mostly. Actually, no, there is some space here. Okay, that starts to look really good. I'm hoping that I'm not going to get bonked by the Twitter like last time, because yes, I was bonked by Twitter, and actually many social medias. A lot of social medias that I was posting the artwork on were actually claiming that my artwork, which one was it? Oh yeah, where my artwork were where Nerissa was yoinking Mia's socks. That one was actually considered as NSFW by Twitter and Blue Sky, and that was crazy. That was crazy. I've appealed. I'm not sure if it was like turned into a normal thing. But I'm like, yeah. I guess I'm just going to keep it like that for now. You know, most of the elements. I think the background wall is going to be slightly darker. I'm even thinking about like give or take more or less like very dark purple-ish. Yeah, like this. I'm not sure. I think it might be actually Ina's color. Is it? It's very close to her dress color, but her dress color is going to be far away. Okay. It's also showing like where are like our, you know, splits. Okay, let's now take like medium gray. That's why I like it. I like to operate on things like this, you know. It's just so much cooler, in my opinion. Yeah. I'm not, and to be fair, I've been having a lot of fun making this illustration, like starting from the very planning to going to the silhouettes, then hitting you know, other elements. I feel like it was genuinely like really darn cool to work on it so far. And we're almost closing the illustration. We just need to make a couple more drags, and we're going to have everything like outlined and flat colored, basically. Yeah, and golden thing here, yeah. Alright, yeah. So, couple things. Considering that, I have to rethink what I want from those works. I would really prefer to use my works. Also, I hate that ArtStation showing Rinotuna's recent sketch work as a freaking NSFW. And I'm not joking here. It actually does. I'm like, it actually does. Like, holy. But let's go. It looks so darn cool. It looks so darn cool. Like, golly. But I feel like I could really go for making it just so the like internal lines would be just, you know, painted, I guess. I guess that would work. I don't know why, but recently I'm also having issues with like moving around ArtStation. I'm not sure if some of their like, I don't know what, broke apart or something. Oh wait, right, I think we're like, what, hour into the stream and we are genuinely, yeah, I've totally forgot to change the title of it, of the stream. Damn. I'm like, damn. So. I do hope that my yeah, that today this stream is not didn't have like any issues regarding the copyrights. Also let me check if my yeah, let me check real quick if I've got any response. No, I did not. Yeah, I didn't get any response from Chill Hop. Okay, whatever. Yeah, you know, I don't think I'm going to end, like, come on, it's been less than an hour, and I'm shocked that we've managed to, like, line work the background and flat color the inner plus the background so quickly. That is a really good thing, though. So next time I think we're going to like do some erasures, you know, erase elements that shouldn't be there and just only keep the things that should be in there, if that makes sense. And I guess I'm just going to copy and paste it, maybe, who knows. But I think that works. Oh wait, actually, Calli's eyes, now I see. I really forgot about them. But she looks cool this way. But that ain't it. I'm like, that ain't it. There you go. But we need to like actually get in and start erasing some stuff. You see? I guess we can clean it up too. Going to be better for later. And we'll be like trying to start and, you know, shade. I'm talking about tomorrow's stream, because yes, the tomorrow stream. Also, it's so unlucky that, you know, I wasn't like going on with the plan so far. That I've, you know, I really wanted to go with the plan of how I wanted to stream. I really wanted to make, you know, those Saturday breaks, or just get into, like, you know, the gaming streams when I'm tired. But I was, you know, yeah. But the thing is that I'm not really sure. I've started playing that Mega Man Battle Network, but it just starts to feel like it's not really it. I mean, it was it. Like, I wanted to play it, but the way I've played it wasn't really the way I wanted it to be. You know what I mean? I really wanted this to be more of a, how do you call it? I really wanted this to be more of a, like, you know, good kind of gameplay, you know what I mean? And sure, like, being tired and streaming might be cool, but I don't know. Not, I'm sure that it won't be cool to do that while being, like, extremely exhausted. Just putting it out there, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, okay, I guess we are going to look into that and try to work around when we are going to actually, you know, actually shade. Because I believe tomorrow we are going to look into that, like, cut things in and just make everything appear as it's supposed to, you know. Just to make stuff appear the way it should. The worst part is going to be shading, actually. Now I feel it. Yeah, now I feel the worst part is going to be the shading. God damn. Okay. I guess I can just get into, you know, just sketching. You know? Let me see. I don't know if, like, going for, like, any kind of inspiration is going to be, like, you know, oh, that my jam. But I don't know. I really want to have some kind of, like, characters that I can draw, or kind of, like, I have the characters, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Alrighty then. Why can't? There we go. Yeah. So. Let's just, I guess, start, you know. Something that I haven't really done in a while is, like, drawing like this. You know, just drawing the proper construction instead of, like, whatever I've been doing so far, but, you know, it's just as good as doing this. So what's the difference? God, I really need to make a drawing prompt. I don't know, I'm having, like, some kind of librarian feel. Yeah. I don't know. That looks cool. Just imagine. Well, I do not intend to make her like old or like an old hag. I just want to like give her a nice head shape. I'm falling back to women again. I don't know, I think it might be just my curse. Let's give her some of that. Like a fancy skirt, maybe. All right. Something wrong with her legs, I think. No, actually, they should be of a good size, I think. Huh. It's always good to be like, you know, self-cautious. Okay, and I want to make a small line, like some small lines. Basically, so I need to do how? I think I need to like go really low on the, like I need to actually change the way how huge my canvas size is. I need to like at least double it, I think. Yeah, let's do double of it and go with 5 pixel brush. Yeah. Her eyes will have to go down a little bit, I think. Oh yeah. I think it works. Yeah, double the size of my canvas and just go with 5 pixel brush might be the go. That's nice, that's nice. I need to like take her eyes lower. Yeah, now she looks like she's supposed to. Some of them round glasses. All right, let's go with this. I have to say it's nice to sketch like this again. I've been also today, for most of this day, I was watching like a guy on YouTube, like explaining creepypastas basically. Not really explaining, but like, well, not, and also not only creepypastas, there were some pastas in there, but in his videos, but mostly he's like now solving ARG and just generally makes like YouTube horror videos about YouTube horror scene, you know. Damn, I have to say, like, there are like there are still things that I'm like catching myself on. I have to say definitely that key dial that I've got is way better than the not the Wacom one, but Huion one I was using. I mean, don't take me wrong, like, it was good while it lasted, but I don't know why it's just not working for me. And I was doing everything, even reinstalling the freaking drivers, you know. I was even wondering if maybe that's genuinely my my like fault for something, but like it literally I've redone everything to the point where I had to even like reinstall the freaking you know, my tablet's freaking drivers in general, and it was still not working after that. So like I have no idea how else I could like repeat this. I'm assuming that, I don't know, maybe it like, you know, someone returned this because it wasn't working and they sent this to me. No idea. But like genuinely, that key dial from Huion was good when it was working, like genuinely working. And since it's not, I had to redo it, you know, buy a new one. The one I've got from Amazon was, I think, even slightly cheaper and, you know, still pretty good. Her hand is too small. Like, you can quickly compare your hands with the face, and especially if it's like somewhere nearby, and if it's like not fitting at all, then like, yeah, it's too small. Like, you can be sure that the hand is too small if it's not fitting at all. Alright, so what I'm going to do is like take this here and enlarge it like this. Yeah, slightly lower. Okay, slightly less because it's a girl. Her hand's supposed to be small, I guess. She's not a volleyball player or whatever. She's just a librarian, so I wanna make sure things are going to work. But overall, I don't think it's going to like get those, you know, how demanding, I guess. Also, I think, yeah, that was literally the thing I was lacking. But all things considered, I really picked a liking to those things. I mean, the videos like that, you know, when it comes to the like explaining like some arc or just some story. Because like personally, I'm not really good at those things and I don't feel like it's my entertainment, but I like horror story, and quite often, you know, I find myself very interested and invested into stories like that, you know. So yeah, I genuinely have to say that I'm now, you know, addicted to those stories. another thing that I've noticed that I've stopped really paying much attention to like clothes folding, and then I'm just, you know, accepting the pain of my mistakes. Accepting the pain of my mistakes of not, like, you know, getting the thing. I have to say, it looks way better with a frigging, you know, with smaller lines, basically. It generally looks way smaller with it. All right. I guess all things considered, I just wanted to test out how it would feel to sketch with, you know, smaller brush, and definitely I think this is what I have to do. Like, I definitely have to just boost the size of my canvas by 2 times. And use, for example, 5 pixel brush, or boost the size of the canvas by 4 times and then use the 10 pixel brush. I have to do either one of those two. Because, like, damn. Like, you can see the difference between this and this. This is looking, it's still looking okay, don't get me wrong. It's still looking okay, but it's just not looking in the way how I want it to look like. I want the characters to look like sleek, like anime, but like have some, like, the, you know, good old, like, sketch to it, you know what I mean? So yeah, definitely we have to switch to the smaller ones. But alrighty, folks, I'll be wrapping up, and as always, stay creative, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Take care, and